Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a really high-stakes player in the AI world, SoundHound. You know, it's one of those classic David versus Goliath stories, and we're here to break down everything: the tech, the money, and all the market drama.
So for the last couple of years, the entire conversation has been about generative AI, right? AI that can create text, images, you name it, we've all played with it. But the really big question everyone in the industry is asking is, okay, what's the next big leap?
And the answer, it turns out, is agentic AI. Now, this is a huge paradigm shift. We're moving away from AI that just tells you things to an AI that actually does things for you. Think about it. An agent that doesn't just find you a recipe, but it can actually check your smart fridge for the ingredients, order whatever you're missing, and then go ahead and preheat the oven. Yeah, that's the future we're talking about. So to really get a handle on SoundHound's place in all of this, we're going to walk through 6 key areas. We'll cover its pretty unique technology, its absolutely explosive growth, and the high-stakes financial battle that's being waged over its stock right now. Okay, let's jump right into this new battleground. I mean, the world of voice AI is completely dominated by giants, but there's this challenger that's carving out its own space. So while the big tech companies, want to lock you into their Alexa or their Google Assistant ecosystems, SoundHound is offering something totally different. It's a powerful, independent voice AI platform that any company, we're talking car makers, fast food chains, you name it, can customize and make their very own.
So you have to be asking, how can a smaller company even dream of competing with these trillion-dollar behemoths? Well, it all comes down to this fundamental advantage that's baked right into their core technology.
So most voice assistants, right, they use this kind of clunky two-step process. First, they have to convert your speech into text, and then they try to figure out what that text actually means. SoundHound's speech-to-meaning technology just bypasses that middle step completely. It goes directly from sound to intent. Now, this makes it incredibly fast, obviously, but the advantage is way deeper than just speed. See, when you convert speech to text, you can introduce errors, and you lose really important context like someone's tone or inflection. By skipping that step, SoundHound's AI gets a much cleaner, richer signal, which lets it understand way more complex and nuanced requests.
And their partnership with NVIDIA is taking this tech to the next level. They're pushing AI to the edge, which just means it runs directly on your device, like, say, in your car, without even needing an internet connection. This is an absolute game changer for reliability and privacy, since your data is getting processed right there locally, instead of being sent off to some remote server.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about the financials and see how this all plays out on paper. This is a classic Silicon Valley story, this relentless chase for growth versus the long, winding road to actually making money.
First things first, let's just look at the growth. SoundHound reported a record annual revenue of nearly $169 million. That's some serious proof that there's strong demand for what they're selling.
And just look at this trajectory. That revenue number represents a staggering 99% increase from the year before. They basically doubled the size of their entire business in just 12 months.
But that kind of growth, it comes at a cost. The company is still burning through cash, posting a loss of over $58 million as it invests like crazy to just grab as much market share as it can. So, this is the crucial point right here. While they aren't profitable today, they have a massive safety net. This 1.2 times billion-dollar backlog of contracted future revenue from long-term deals provides a really clear and visible path forward.
Okay, now this is where things get really dramatic. Beyond the tech and the financials, there is a high-stakes poker game being played with SoundHound stock, and it involves a huge number of investors who are betting on its failure.
An absolutely staggering 36.65% of the company's publicly traded shares are being shorted. That means investors are betting the price is going to fall. And just to put that in perspective for you, that's more than double the industry average. It's a huge number.
So this creates a total powder keg situation. If the company delivers some good news, it could trigger what's known as a short squeeze. Think of it like a high-stakes game of musical chairs. These short sellers have all sold shares they don't actually own, and they're hoping to buy them back cheaper later. But if that good news starts playing, they all have to rush to buy back those shares at the same time, and this panic buying creates this tidal wave of demand that can send the stock price rocketing upwards very, very quickly. But as you'd probably expect, this kind of potential for a huge reward, it doesn't come without some very serious risks. SoundHound isn't operating in a vacuum here. The giants are waking up. The case against SoundHound, the bear case, it's pretty straightforward. They are facing immense competition from companies that have nearly unlimited resources. They're still burning through cash just to operate, and the recent, pretty abrupt departure of their chief financial officer has definitely raised some questions about executive stability.
So, if we put all of this together, the innovative tech, the crazy growth, the financial risks, and all the market drama, how does an investor even begin to make sense of it all? What's the strategic takeaway here?
Well, the analysis lays out a really clear, disciplined playbook. It suggests a potential entry point right around where the stock is trading now, with a target that lines up with what Wall Street is thinking. And, most importantly, it defines a very strict risk management level to protect against a major downturn.
So, the investment thesis really just boils down to this. It's a high-risk, high-reward bet. The wager here is that the company's superior technology is going to win out in the end, and that profitability will eventually follow that technological lead. And this leads us with the billion-dollar question that defines not just SoundHound, but this entire new era of agentic AI. In a fight for the future, what matters more? Is it the raw speed and focused innovation of a smaller challenger, or is it the immense size and scale of the established tech giants? The answer is going to shape our digital world for years to come.